Welcome back to the apartments, the best podcast in the apartments. When we back at it again. If you're watching the podcast on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, turn on that post notification button. If you're listening to me on Spotify or Anchor, share the video. My bad, I had to pause. I've been a minute since I had to tell people that, but share the video. But man, we here to talk about man's mental health. You know, in the last couple of weeks of June, and to me, this topic is kind of needed at the moment. This past Father's Day, I went through a little family loss. So the main conversation for me right now. I'm trying to put all that together. But for as a man, take care of your mental. There's nothing wrong with talking to people. There's nothing wrong with finding hobbies and just, you feel me, not putting a lot of weight on yourself. And you know, as men in the world, we're always seeing it different as, oh yeah, a man can't say this, a man can't do that, a man got to be big and tough. Forget that. As a grown man and you go through your trauma, dog, let that trauma out. Find ways to kind of cope with yourself. Find ways to talk to people. Find ways to keep that joy in your life, you feel me? Because as of right now, y'all, I'm going through trauma that I ain't never thought I'd go through. And I don't have no answers or no way to figure it out. I wake up every morning since last week trying to wrap my head around what happened, you feel what I'm saying? And my mental has been everywhere. I have been from sad, happy, crying, angry, frustrated, every last bit. So it's hard, bro, and it's hard, and I don't know what other people go through in the world, but as a man, bro, like I said, find that cushion. Go find that cushion. I don't care if it's you sitting in the sun, my brother sit in the sun, but don't fall into the depression, don't fall into the anxiety, don't fall into where you blame yourself and you just stay in that same old loophole because you gotta get out the loophole. If you don't, you're gonna put yourself in a pattern, in a consistent pattern where it's not gonna change. And you don't want that for yourself, because I don't want that for me, and I don't want that for y'all, for the men that listen, even for the ladies that listen, because ladies, I know y'all go through y'all mental battles too, so this is just not a man type thing, it's Men's Mental Awareness Month, but also to the ladies, because I know y'all, and I don't think none of us should follow in bad habits, so find a way to create the good habits, find a way to make yourself feel good again. How I said, you always want to make yourself feel like that kid again. Me personally, you always want to try to keep that little kid in you happy. Keep making sure with the same kid that grew up with no expectations of the world, keep that kid alive inside your heart. That's the best you could do. And man, ooh, my bad, I mean. But yeah, so that's the best you could do. But definitely don't fall into the loophole of depression and just getting stuck somewhere, because I promise you, it get better. It take time. It all makes sense in the end. But right now, what you're going through at the moment, don't let it kick you while you're down, because it's going to kick you. You got to fight back. My thing is, when you're back against the wall, just get shimmy a little bit, you feel me, bob and weave. Better days do come. They always around. Like I said, if you got a good support system in your heart, you feel like it's a good support system, go to that support system. Talk to them people that you know that ain't going to judge you, ain't going to make you feel like, oh, y'all putting too much on them. Because me personally, guys, that was helping me right now. Me going through what I'm going through is me talking to people that is like, hey, we listening, we here for you. All right, cool. Like, you might not want to talk about it, but we gonna listen. And make sure that you cool beforehand. Like, don't never try to take it in by yourself. I done been there as well, where I try to take in my mental or my depression or my anxiety by myself, and it never works out for me. I always push myself to an edge where it's like, how did I get here type vibe. So don't try to be the one-man soldier and feel like, oh yeah, nah, I could do this. I'm telling you, listen to me loud and clear, y'all. If you got a support system, talk to them. If you got a way, you find, if it's something you love doing, talk to them. Like I wouldn't be here without my support system. I wouldn't be here without a phone call from them, a hug from them. I was making this podcast without them, so that's why what I'm going through now hurt me a little more, because I lost one of my supporting cast. I lost my main guy, and it's like, damn, now I gotta one two and figure it out as he watch over me now, and it's tough. So if you, like I said, if you got that, guys, cherish it, because they there for you. Like, even though you might feel like they might not be there and they got their own life going, so it's like you don't want to you don't want to put your weight on their life, because it's like they doing they want to. They're here. They are definitely here, and I have recently learned that. Like even when things hit the fan, my support system, my family, my friends, they are here to where it's like, okay, cool, we got you. You're not doing this by yourself, and I respect that. I love them for it, especially in a time like this. But this was an episode just to talk about men's mental health, talk about mental health in general. This is something I really don't talk about, because like I said, I keep it kind of off camera. But this is something I say, you know what, I'm going through. Somebody out there might be going through, so I'm gonna talk to them. And like I always say, man, find your hobbies, do what you love doing. Understand you do have a support system, you do have friends, family that's all there for you, and don't try to do it by yourself. But if you like the podcast on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, share the video. If you like the podcast on Anchor and Spotify, share it, give it a listen. I know it's been a while since I was on Anchor and Spotify, so this been about 2 years, good 2 years, maybe longer. But we back. You see, I got the mic, I got the audio recorded, so now we back in full motion. And y'all boys just give it a listen. Let me know how y'all feel. Always take care of your mental. I think that's a new one, but always take care of your mental. And like I always say, we're the best podcast in apartments on the corner.